YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction video. We have something slightly different today, but something I thought would be fun to do, a little bit interesting. We have Yetiness. We've done Yetiness on the channel before. We did Dance on a Volcano most recently. I like them. I think we've only done a couple songs, and Firth of Fifth. I like them both. It's only a couple songs, so it's hard to go off or judge a whole band. I wouldn't do that from just two songs. But I have enjoyed the two songs we've done so far. Obviously, we've been dabbling into the prog area a little bit. We've done a little bit of Yes as well. Done a little bit of Rush. I like it all so far. This song today, we're in Land of Confusion, and a disclaimer: I've heard this song before, but this is why I wanted to check it out. I haven't heard this particular version of the song, which is obviously the original version, because I know the Disturbed version. Software updates ready to install. I'll probably do that in about a year. 10,000 Fists is an album that I really like. I like Disturbed. I've heard a lot of Disturbed stuff. There's one of the reasons I haven't covered them on the channel before, even though I've got a few requests here or there, is just because I know most of it. They're just one of those bands I've always liked. They did a cover of Land of Confusion. It was not the opening track. It was on 10,000 Fists, basically. I know that song. I've heard that song plenty of times. I've never heard the original version, to my knowledge. So now that we're doing some Genesis, and I'm getting to enjoy them a little bit, getting to know them a little bit, taking them out to dinner, getting to see what their hobbies are and interests are. I'm getting to know Genesis a little bit. I thought, why not do a song that I know was covered by a band that I like and that I enjoyed. I always enjoyed that particular version of the song when I was younger, and still probably enjoy it to this day. Why not check it out? So we're going to Land of Confusion. So just disclaimer, I've heard the song before, but I haven't heard this song. I've heard the song. I've heard you know what I mean. We're listening to it. See what we got.
Goody two shoes. Betty by Bo's time again.
So this is the start.
Good night, honey.
Sweet dreams, dear.
Feels a little more synthy. A little bit. I'm not surprised. I love it. I haven't heard this song in a while. Living in. It's slowly coming back. Not quite a sing-along territory, but slowly coming back. Yeah, so they're very similar. The Disturbed version, I think, was quite true to how it originally is. They're very they're not too dissimilar. Like I said, initially I was like, it's a little bit more synthy, but I don't even know if that's true. I love the video though. I don't know what it is. I just like the art style. It's engaging. I'm engaged. Yeah, I'm remembering it. I'm trying to sing along a little bit, but some of the words are a little bit. I'm just putting the puzzle pieces together. I'm into it though. It's not. They're pretty similar, the versions, I think. We'll see where it goes. Okay. This breakdown's different. I remember the words with the sonically it's loaded. Okay, that was more proggy. This is where I'm hearing where I think the Disturbed version. And I'm sorry to compare the two a lot, but it's just what I know. I can't really. It just is what it is. But that was very synthy, very spacey. We've heard that before with Genesis. We've heard that. I've just heard that before in the prog that we've done in prog. Rush have done it. It just had. It was very synthy. It just felt like space travel, like a space travel moment. I don't know. I don't know what that means really, but maybe when you get me, do you get me? Maybe you don't. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, that felt more proggy than the other version that I know. But I liked it. I like the way that I like the way they kind of broke it down a little bit and travelled back in. It's very empowering song, which I know is the point. It's like a political. We'll get to the lyrics at the end as we always do. But it does feel empowering. As is happening with the guy in the video that put the little Superman suit on. These puppets are very gremlin-esque.
Terrible dream. I'm parched. That's better. I could use another one of those. That's one heck of a nurse.
I see ya. Okay, I Galley yourself. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I knew I would, as I said, when you're coming at it from it's like I've heard a cover that I know I already like. Yeah, I was never gonna not enjoy it. To be honest, a very get up on your feet. It's kind of like so I'm not even going into the lyrics too much. I kind of get in the I don't know, would you call it a political protest song? It's kind of like, maybe nothing specific, or probably was specific to whatever particularly was going on at the time. But, when did this come out? 1986. 1986, covered by Land of Confusion. Yeah, so it was very, it was about, the bit about, these are the hands we're given, use them and let's start fighting to make it a place worth living in, a place worth fighting for. About, as people, I don't want to say, complicit or complacent, but as people, maybe we could be doing more if we aren't happy with people higher up, the way they're running whatever country you live in, or, America, England, whatever. You gotta you know, do your bit, do your thing. Use your hands, use yourself, use your life that you were given to make the most out of your own life, to go forward and kind of fight for the change you want to see, or you know, whatever the case may be. It was that sort of like, I don't know. It felt like that kind of more to be empowering the people sort of thing, to go and yeah. My thoughts are a little bit frazzled. There's too many men, too many people making too many problems. So I wonder if that's about the people above, the politicians, or maybe it's about everyone. All the politicians, protesters, regular citizens, etc. are busy arguing, so there's not much love to go around. Everyone is confused and has no idea what to do. This sort of plays off America's mental part. Okay, so I see that. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of... So, okay, maybe it's more of a general thing then. I still think it's to empower the people, because it's not like you really want to be empowering the politicians and the people in power. They have enough power as it is. But you can kind of look at it two ways. You kind of look at it that way. I feel like you could also look at it as a more general thing, to say more generally, people there is that confusion, because there's not. I mean, there's a disconnect anyway between, you can protest as much as you want, but there's always going to be that disconnect. In democratic countries, in democracy anyway, there's always going to be that disconnect between the people in power, the politicians, the people with all the money, the powerful people, and the normal people. There's always going to be a disconnect anyway, where you can protest and you can do whatever, you can have all these opinions, where it's never going to quite reach, it doesn't ever seem to quite reach where we'd want it to reach, if that makes sense. Like, it feels like things don't come of it most of the time, and I feel like a lot of the time it's maybe it's kind of like confusion. It's kind of like a rabble between, like, okay, we know there are two sides, there's the people in power, okay, and this is a very simple way to put it. It's definitely more nuanced than this, but there's the people in power, and there's the people, and okay, some people are happy with the people in power. Over here, the Prime Minister is Boris Johnson at the moment. Some people are perfectly happy with Boris Johnson. Some people are very conservative, are happy with the job he's doing. Some people aren't, and that's just the way it's going to be. That's how democracy is. But the people generally, some people, as I said, some people are always going to be happy. But there's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to be happy. There's just so much going on. This side wants one thing, this side wants another thing. There's a disconnect. There's confusion. There's so much rabble going on. There isn't much room left to just appreciate each other's sides, each other's perspectives, and have some love for each other. So I kind of could take it both ways, as like empowering the people, but also being like, let's not get ahead of let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get carried away with it. Let's try and take a more reasoned approach. I guess is the word. Neutral jing. Let's have some neutral jing about it. Step back and strike at the right time. This is the world we live in. These are the hands we're given. Use them. Idle hands are the devil's plaything. Use them to your advantage. The hands could be literal hands, or could be calling for people to lend a helping hand in this time of confusion. On the other hand, it says, pardon the pun, I'm just reading the description here. Cards have long been linked to people's lives, and fate, in the expression "use the cards you're dealt," means to make the most of circumstances. If we're given a hand of cards, we can use them to change our fate and make the land of confusion worth living in. Okay, I like that. So these are the hands, and in the video it was literally showing hands. There was the one where we had the big hands handing over little hands, as in like what we're given. But yeah, as in you get dealt a hand, and you gotta deal the hand you dealt. You don't get to go, oh, I don't like his hand. Can I just switch it out for a I don't play cards. Can I just switch it out for a Jack of Hearts, please? You've got you just make the most of your situation. That's what it is what it is. That's what life's about. That's what life's about. Superman, where are you now? When everything's gone wrong somehow, the men of steel, the men of power are losing control by the hour. So I guess that's saying, yeah, the men of steel, the men of power are losing control. So I feel like there's so much rabble coming from the people, coming from beneath, that it's starting to get more confusion. Even the people in power, the people in control, are starting to lose control. So if this was the 80s, I'm guessing Reagan dons a Superman costume and runs into the night. So was that Reagan, the guy in the bed? In the Reagan era of the 80s, President Reagan was often criticised for his policies on war and foreign affairs. However, some viewed him as the saviour of sorts for the United States. The singer views Reagan as a president who has obviously lost control of his country, and asking where the Superman went. I've learned I'm English. My presidential knowledge and his historically my presidential knowledge is not very vast, to say the least. I've talked about Reagan a little bit in a video before, and someone was furious at me for even daring to comment on the situation without knowing every single fact there was to be had, despite my verbalizations of the fact that I didn't really know much about Reagan. So we'll hesitate a little bit on that one. It's hard to comment too much when you just don't really know, which is why I'm trying to put my more broad and general touch on it. And that's always been the thing of the channel is you know, listening to music. Everyone has their own life experiences and you know, knowledge and everything, and that's what you apply when you're listening to a song. But it's worth mentioning if that's kind of like the focal point of the song at the time, and it's just not something I can comment on too much. Okay, I was just reading a comment that was weird. So yeah, I think we can do it there. I enjoyed it. This song is arguably one of Genesis' most popular songs, famous songs even. Its popularity driven by its groundbreaking all-puppet video by the creators of the British political satire puppet show Spitting Image. The video features an elaborate fever dream of Ronald Reagan. While dreaming, the song plays out intercut with footage of puppets of various celebrities and assorted threats to the safety of the world. As Reagan struggles to go out and confront them, the video is received... Oh, as Reagan struggles to go out and confront them. Heavy airplay on MTV. And is considered by many to be one of the greatest videos of all time. Yeah, it was a great video. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it wasn't a great video. I love the puppets. Although some of them were a little bit too close to gnome. That was what a weird pun that was. Too close to gnomes, and that's too close to home because I am shit scared of gnomes. For anyone who doesn't know, I absolutely hate gnomes. They make me very anxious. They terrify me, and some of those puppets kind of looked a little bit gnomish, a little bit too close to gnome for my taste. We're gonna wrap it up here. Some interesting thumbnails going on in the related. I like tribute. Tenacious D is in there. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. As always, let me know what to cover next. Sorry, I didn't mean to punch you. Sorry for punching you. I was just air punching in your general direction. Just throw suggestions at me. You know the deal at this point. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed. Bless. I'll see you all in the future. In another video. I'll see you in another video. Peace, guys.